38J, it'll be Jake Little out of Springfield, Illinois, and Glenn Powell all the way from Nixa, Missouri to be here with us tonight. And thank you to the fine folks at Pontiac RV for sponsoring a heat race number 1. Again, our winner goes to the redraw. And of course, we'll talk to Dustin Jarrett down in the pit area. Pontiac RV is a family-owned and operated business located in Pontiac, Illinois that has over 40 years of experience selling RVs. Pontiac RV believes in having a large selection of both new and used RVs at the best prices. Visit them in person or on the web at pontiacrv.com. Thank you very much to the fine folks at Pontiac RV and all our awesome sponsors here on Mars. FK Rod Ends, of course, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, Racing Electronics, Hoosier Racing Tire, testing those new 3 and 4 tires. I'd say they've done a pretty good job so far here this weekend. Sunoco Race Fuels, All-Star Performance, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Victory Lane, Driscoll Motors, MD3 Hard Charger, Willwood Brakes, Hard Luck Award, 22nd finisher of the Slocum 50, and then a Woods Basement System work area out there in the infield during the, they'll get extra laps during the feature only. Again, thanks to Gunner and the gang at Trackside Raceway. Our thoughts and prayers are with you there, Julie. Thinking about you and your mom. Hope everything gets better there. Midwest Sheet Metal sponsoring our caution flag at our point leader right now, Bobby Pierce. We're hoping to debut our red spoiler Cygnus. And our point leader here in a couple of weeks going to have that brand new Midwest Sheet Metal red spoiler. Here we go, race fans. Pontiac RV heat race number 1. Opening heat race of the Slocum 50 from the All-Star Performance start zone. Who's it going to be here tonight? Top 4, we're green. Got to be careful up on that high side. Does Dylan Thornton, Brian Shirley going to race up there. Darren Klein as well. They're going to work door to door off the back straightaway. It'll be Brian Shirley, Dylan Thornton, Darren Klein, Drake Troutman, Garrett Alberson. Lap number 1 goes to the squirrel. Still a little slimy in both corners here. Troutman going to look to the inside, but Klein will hold him off. There's your top 3 there. Darren Klein, Drake Troutman, Garrett Alberson running in 5th. Garrett Alberson going to work to the outside of Troutman, now looking to the inside of Darren Klein. Top 2 remain the same, Shirley and Thornton. Then it's Klein trying to pull away from the 22 of Drake Troutman. Here comes Chris Simpson. Those 3 car battles for the 4th and final transfer spot. Simpson going to take it to the top shelf where Dad hides them good books. Here he comes and gets a good run up into number 4 down the front straightaway. Garrett Alberson trying to hold him off. Now Drake Troutman going to battle with the 10. And our Midwest Sheet Metal caution is out for Nixa, Missouri's Glenn Powell. So Midwest Sheet Metal caution is out for the 26P Delaware double file restart. Leader is out front by himself. Driver in 2nd chooses high or low. Wherever they decide to go, the other 3rd place driver goes to the outside. So 3S Brian Shirley, the 38T of Dylan Thornton going to choose the outside, puts Darren Klein down to the inside. Once again, your top 4 to the A main. Winner to the redraw. Pontiac RV heat number 1 from the All-Star Performance restart zone. We're back at it. Darren Klein going to go to 2nd. Snooker Dylan Thornton here on the restart. Now going to look to the inside of Brian Shirley. Garrett Alberson, a good run on the bottom. Here comes Drake Troutman in 22 as well. Good infield speed shot right there as they work into turns 3 and 4. Garrett Alberson down to the inside. He'll have 4th, but here comes Troutman again. Brian Shirley, Darren Klein, Dylan Thornton, Garrett Alberson, your top 4. Garrett Alberson on the move. Now going to work down to the inside of Thornton over in 3 and 4. Looking to go side by side. Here comes Drake Troutman to the outside of Garrett Alberson. Good battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. Alberson going to dig down to the inside, looking to go side by side with Alberson. For the 4th and final transfer spot, Brian Shirley pulling away. This battle for 4th is where it's at. 2 laps to go. Troutman going to dig down to the inside, Alberson to the outside. They're door to door off at turn number 4 down the front straightaway here at 34 Raceway. White flag the next time by. The battle for 4th is where it's at. Dylan Thornton 3rd, 2nd is Darren Klein. Drake Troutman hounding the 58 at Garrett Alberson. Alberson slides way up high and Troutman with a run down the front straightaway, got him. 4th and final lap, now a slide job from Troutman. Here comes Simpson. Into 3 and off of 4. The Squirrel, Brian Shirley, wins Pontiac RV Heat Race number 1. Second will go to Darren Klein. Third to Thornton. Drake Troutman might have got him at the line. So the two youngsters battling hard as Troutman's car came to life in the late stages of this one. Exciting stuff right there, and Troutman comes home 4th, Thornton 3rd. Second is Darren Klein, and your winner in car number 3, 700 race fans, for Brian Shirley. Shirley picks up the win, and he will talk to our very own Dustin Jarrett. Man, what an exciting heat race there, and what an exciting finish as Troutman battling with that 4th and final transfer spot.
Well, Brian Shirley, his best run in this race was 3rd back in 2016. Matt Curl has the Summit Racing Equipment redraw bag there in front of him, and that will seal the fate 1, 2, 3, or 4 and see where the Chatham, Illinois driver is going to start here this evening. A winner at Springfield a little bit earlier this season. It's the only win on the year for Brian Shirley. He's going to reach down in the bag, and he will start the 17th annual Slocum 50 in second on the outside front row. Brian Shirley, a fast time, a heat race win, and now you're going to start on the outside front row. This 3S looks good. Does it feel as good as it looks from our vantage point?
I wish. This place is just really different. The dirt's different, the character's different, so it didn't feel as great as I needed to be, but hopefully we'll tune on it a little bit and we'll see what happens in this race.
That sounded like a Jonathan Davenport line right there. Brian Shirley. I tell you what, Mike Norris, if they're able to make that 3S a little bit better, that could be trouble for the competition, my friend.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success here with the Mars Series. 25 career Mars wins. He ended 2024 with 3 in a row. Brownstown and then Fairbury. Fairbury swept the Falls Frenzy weekend as we get ready for heat race number 2 with the Mars Championship Late Model Series, powered by FK Rod Ends. All with a Slocum 50 here tonight. Here's Heat 2. Dennis Herb Jr. to Carpentersville. What a run last night in the Reaper. Ryan Gustin in 19R. Speaking of the Reapers, 99 McKay Winger and 24 out of El Paso for Ryan Unzicker. Trevor Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri in 11T. Alongside his brother, Gordy Gundaker. So it's a Reaper battle and a Gundaker battle. It'll be Derek Stewart in 43. Brennan Willard out of Lebanon, Missouri in 3. And Alan Helm out of Lahoma, Oklahoma in row 5. 8 laps of distance, top 4 to the A main. Winner to the redraw, Herb Gustin from the All-Star Performance Start Zone. We're green. Dennis Herb and Ryan Gustin. Me and Ryan Unzicker up there as well, trying to put it in the show. He slipped up. Gundaker trying to reel him in down the back straightaway. Good battle. Reaper going at it side by side. Ryan Gustin slips up, slides way across the track. They're almost 4 wide behind him. And T-Rev gonna go to 3rd. What a run for Trevor Gundaker. No, he slides up right in front of Ryan Gustin. Meanwhile, Gordy Gundaker. The Gundakers gang up with the Gustin and go by. Ryan Gustin trying to answer the call at 19R and goes back by Gordy Gundaker. It's Dennis Herb, McKay Winger. Gundaker, and Unzicker now. Gustin having some issues. So the Gundaker boys gonna battle it out for 3rd. Gordy down to the inside of T-Rev down the back straightaway. Oh, boys, hold on to him. Gundaker boys side by side, and the Reapers fired up. He's going back around the 24. Ryan Unzicker down the front straightaway. Side by side for 3rd and 4th. Side by side for 5th and 6th. Gundaker's going at it. Gustin and Unzicker go at it. Good shot on screen on flow. Herb looking to go back to the redraw as he did one night ago. Side by side for the Gundakers, but here comes Gustin trying to spoil the party. Unzicker's there as well. Good racing action with 4 to go here at 34 Raceway on flow. Ryan Unzicker trying to clear Ryan Gustin. Ryan Gustin back around Ryan Unzicker, and then it's Gordy and T-Rev going at it. T-Rev slips up. Ryan Unzicker trying to get that 4th and final transfer spot. The actual start-finish line is at the white pole right in front of the scoring box here, so keep an eye on that as we had a photo finish the last race. Dennis Herb showing the way. McKay Winger 2nd. Double box it here on flow. Ryan Unzicker and Ryan Gustin all behind the Gundakers. Here comes Ryan Unzicker. He's coming to life in this one. 2 to go. Waving the white flag, make it one. Here comes Ryan Unzicker trying to make the feature event here tonight. Little upset he didn't make it last night. Trying to make it the old-fashioned way through the heat race here tonight down the back straightaway in 2-4, going after T-Rev in the final lap. Heat 2 winner, Dennis Erb Jr. Second will go to McKay Winger. Third to Gordy Gundaker. And fourth, giving to T-Rev. So Trevor Gundaker races his way into the show, along with his brother Gordy Gundaker. That brand new Longhorn chassis of car number 99, McKay Winger, puts it in the show. But this rocket chassis, how about it, race fans, for the one-man band, Dennis Erb Jr. 7 Mars career wins, 2016 Dirt Late Model Dream winner. And again, former World of Outlaw champion Dustin Jarrett. These rocket chassis got something going.
No doubt about that, Mike Norris. That's a nod to you as well, as Dennis Erb Jr., a former Slocum 50 winner as well, looking to etch his name in the record books as a champion of this race twice. He got the win here back in 2022, still seeking his first win of 2025, though. And Dennis pulls out the 4. So the 28 car will roll from the outside of row number 2. Dennis, you've won the Slocum 50 before. You were good here last night as well, but how different is this racetrack from tonight from what it was 24 hours ago?
You know, it's a little slicker here tonight, but top's still fast right now, but there's still a lot left out there, and I think we'll just, later on in the race, I think we'll be able to move around and have a good race.
There you have it, Dennis Erb Jr., again, the winner of heat race number 2. He draws the 4, Mike Norris, so he will start on the outside of row number 2 for tonight's Slocum 50.
Man, Dennis Erb Jr. starting to turn it around right in front of us here on Flow. And again, nod to those rocket chassis as we get set and ready for heat 3. 2 exciting heat races as we get set and ready for heat 3. Again, 34 Raceway, the premier place to race. 2 more heats here in the Slocum 50. 2B mains tonight. We'll transfer the top 2. We got some provisionals as well. Here's your lineup for heat race number 3. Race fans, 32, the smooth operator out of Oakwood, Bobby Pierce. And it'll be the 50 of Caden Klatt out of Edina, Missouri. 11H, Jeff Herzog out of Festus, Missouri. The 75 out of is Daniel Adam out of Peru. Justin Duty, Rookie of the Year out of Malala, Oregon, and the 4G of Bob Gardner out of Washington, Illinois, and 4G. Austin Howes out of Lewistown, Missouri. 78, Steve Schultz in row 4. It'll be the 99 junior, Frank Eckes Jr. and Tim Simpson out of Iowa City, Iowa in 17 in row 5. 10 cars, 8 laps, top 4. Once again, your winner of the redraw. There's 1 and 3 left. Ashley to my left, correct? Yes, 3S on the outside front row. And Dennis Erb will start 4th. So Shirley and Erb, couple of Illinois boys. Can Bobby Pierce continue this Illinois trend? And how about the 50 of Caden Klatt, that 16-year-old man? He got a good qualifying effort in 5-0. Had a chance to talk to his race team and that BC Signs car number 50, former Moberly track champion. Set the track record at Springfield during their Comp Cam Super Dirt Series event. So we'll see how 50 does. He's got a good one right below him there in 32. From the All-Star Performance Start Zone, Bobby Pierce, Caden Klatt, heat 3 for the Slocum 50. We're green. In the 75 of Daniel Adams, that Longhorn by Wesley Page, couple of Longhorns. We got one facing the wrong way, there it was. In 99, Frank Eckes Jr. in trouble here on the front straightaway. So Daniel Adams got a heck of a start, but it is erased by the Midwest Sheet Metal caution. Not sure what happened on the 99 junior. Again, it looks like maybe a scrum with the 4G. You can see the damage right there on Flow. Good shot there. And we got a replay of what happened between the 99 and possibly the 4G. Oh, man. Schultz, Howes, and getting together here on the front straightaway, and Heckenist Nowhere to go there. Wrong place at the right time. We'll rack them and stack them and do it again. 8 laps the distance, 4 to the A main, winner of the redraw. Again, Frankie in his 23rd season picked up that big win at the Wood Tick in Merritt, Michigan to the tune of $36,000. He's got his work cut out for him tonight. See how he does. Bobby Pierce, Caden Klatt on the front row from the All-Star Performance Start Zone. Here we go. This time, much better start for Caden Klatt. Oh, Daniel Adams gets a little crossed up, looking to go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. We got one off the hill over there, 17A of Austin Ells, but Justin Duty, Daniel Adams, Jeff Herzog looking to go 3 wide for the 3rd spot. Man, Duty at 75. Dan Adams going at it. Adams got all kinds of cosmetic damage on the 75, and Caden Klatt slips up, and all of a sudden, Justin Duty gonna go to 2nd. Caden Klatt gonna jump to the cushion, see if he can zoom back around the outside of the 15, working door to door down the front straightaway. Couple of elbows thrown here on a Saturday night, the Slocum 50 at 34. Herzog gonna slide in for the 4th and final transfer spot right in front of Daniel Adams. Now Caden Klatt, the youngster, and Justin Duty gonna go at it. Duty on the bottom. Caden Klatt upstairs for 2nd at the line. It's still Caden Klatt. One shy of halfway. Good battle for the runner-up spot. Bobby Pierce looking to start either 1st or 3rd here tonight. If he can find his way to the redraw and win heat race number 3. Caden Klatt trying to hold off the 15 of Justin Duty. Jeff Herzog now starting to breathe down their neck. Those 4 have distanced themselves from Frank Heckenus Jr., who's worked his way up. This battle for 2nd, a good one. Here comes Justin Duty. Duty gonna dive down to the inside of the 50 at Caden Klatt as they work into turns 3. Off of turn number 4. Here comes Duty again at the line. Caden Klatt by half a car. Oh, and Duty got big time crossed up over there in 1 and 2, so did Caden Klatt. Down the back straightaway, they're side by side, the 15 and the 50 going at it. Down to the inside is Duty, to the outside is Caden Klatt. 2 to go. 2 laps remain. Justin Duty again to the bumper now, and Caden Klatt. He slides up. Here comes Herzog. 3 cars battle it out. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Wave of the doctor's jacket means 1 to go for Bobby Pierce. Again, a good run for Justin Duty to the bottom of 3 and 4. See if he can figure out 1 and 2. He's going to work through the middle of the speedway. Caden Klatt has had some issues. He slides way up the track. Duty and Herzog gather him in. Off turn number 4, Bobby Pierce is going to win heat 3, but this battle for 2nd. We'll keep our eyes on it. Duty on the bottom. Caden Klatt upstairs, and the 16-year-old's going to come home 2nd. Caden Klatt does it. Justin Duty will come home 3rd, and Jeff Herzog, what a ride for the Festus, Missouri driver in 11, comes home 4th. Good heat race action right there at 34 Raceway. Jeff Herzog comes home 4th. Justin Duty 3rd. How about it for the 16-year-old Caden Klatt? And the smooth operator wins heat race number 3. DJ, how about it for Bobby Pierce?
Donning the Chicago Bears helmet is Bobby Pierce, a 4-time Slocum 50 winner. 9 wins on the season already for the smooth operator, and that Chicago Bears helmet just took a tumble. Hey, we'll do our due diligence over here. We'll grab Bobby's helmet. We'll bring it back over to him. Thank you, Matt Curl. Well, I got your helmet. I didn't get to see what you redrew. Was it, I know the 1 and the 3. Okay, the 3 was in there, so he redrew the 3. Thank you, Matt. Knowing that you redrew the 3 now, does that change your game plan any for tonight's 50-lap main event?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, at least, you know, we're starting up front. That's good. Yeah, you know, the car feels good. Track is tricky because it's got like some slime on the bottom and then it's slick in the middle, and there's really no cushion, so I'd expect them to maybe do some track prep tonight, or else it might just lash down there. But it's really tricky right now, so I'm sure this next heat race will be interesting too.
All right. Well, hey, your helmet is back here. We'll give it back to you. How's that? It did a doink like a Chicago Bears field goal. Bobby Pierce going for his 5th Slocum 50 win, Mike.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. Actually, that was a double doink, to be exact. So that was almost a triple doink.
Your words, not mine. But yes, it was.
Yeah, Chicago Bears kickers struggle from time to time. How about heat race number 4 out of Lincolnton, North Carolina in 93? That'll be Carson Ferguson and alongside in 56. How about it for Tony Jackson Jr.? Row number 2 to be Tanner English in 96. Brandon Shepard in B5. It'll be the high side hustler Jason Fager in 49. Jake Tim out of Winona, Minnesota. The Moequa Missile 18, Shannon Babb. And Iowa City, Iowa's Matt Furman in 51. And the Marine Madman, Mark Voigt, all loaded in row number 5. Final heat for the Mars Championship Late Model Series, powered by FK Rod Ends for the Slocum 50 as they head to the All-Star Performance Start Zone. Carson Ferguson, Tony Jackson Jr. side by side at the All-Star Performance Start Zone. We are green. Here we go. Carson Ferguson going to jump out to the race lead. Tony Jackson Jr. in 2. That top side's been tricky. Brandon Shepard's up there. Jake Tim trying to go to 4th. And the Midwest Sheet Metal caution is out. I don't know if Jonathan Clayton liked that start. So we'll see. I don't think there's debris on the front straight. I think that's just a tear off there. Hard-working Flow crew out here. Chilly up here at the top of the tower. So we've had a outstanding all-star Flow crew. Thanks to all of them. Make sure you get a Flow subscription. College sports, much, much more. Make sure and get your subscription to FloRacing and check out all these awesome races and college sports they have to offer and much, much more. Heat race number 4, 93 Carson Ferguson at 56 Tony Jackson Jr. We are back underway. This time, Tony Jackson Jr. going to get a good restart. He'll slide away up the track. Lincoln, North Carolina's 93 Carson Ferguson down the back straightaway, looking to go side by side. Opening lap. Carson Ferguson down to the inside. Tony Jackson Jr. out of Lebanon, Missouri. He's got the race lead. In 56, Jake Tim going to go to 3rd. Now going to feel the pressure from the B5 of Brandon Shepard. Meanwhile, Carson Ferguson going to dive down to the inside of the 56. Working side by side as they enter turn number 3. As they exit turn 4. Good run. And that Longhorn by Wesley Page. But it's the 56 of Tony Jackson Jr. Continues to show the way. Ferguson again will size him up over in 1 and 2. That's his bread and butter. 56 is better on the high side in 3 and 4. We'll see if it works out for him this time, or maybe a slider. Ferguson gonna throw the slider. The crossover from Tony Jackson Jr. We got a new race leader. It is Carson Ferguson. So Ferguson now to the race lead. Tony Jackson Jr. back to 2nd. B. Shep's 3rd. Jake Tim 4th. Tanner English behind of them on the high side. Hustler Jason Fager. Tim gonna go back around Brandon Shepard. That's the battle. Double box it for you for the leader. Comes Tony Jackson Jr., Jake Tim, and Brandon Shepard. Good racing action at 34, final heat. 93 of Carson Ferguson. Tony Jackson Jr. slipped back considerably there down the back straightaway, so we'll keep our eyes on Brandon Shepard and Jake Tim. Tim gonna dive down to the inside of Brandon Shepard. Laps continue to wind down as we are 2 to go. 8-lap affair as they work down the back straightaway. Brandon Shepard is cleared. Jake Tim. Now Tim going to have to deal with the 96 of Tanner English. Currently in Benton, Illinois from Benton, Kentucky. Jackson Jr. 2nd. This battle for 3rd heating up. Shepard, Tim, English coming into screen here. There's the 96 machine. There's Fager as well on the outside looking in. He's 6th. Waving the white flag. 1 to go for Lincoln, North Carolina's Carson Ferguson. Tony Jackson Jr. 2nd, Brandon Shepard 3rd, 4th will be Jake Tim. Final lap, down the back straightaway. He's trying to make his visit to Illinois pay off. 10,555 ways. How about it for Carson Ferguson? Tony Jackson Jr. will come home 2nd, 3rd. We'll go to the B5 of Brandon Shepard, and 4th they'll go to the 49 of Jake Tim. Tanner English comes home 5th, Babb 6th, 7th Fager, 8th Furman, and 9th Mark Voigt. But Winona, Minnesota's Jake Tim comes home 4th. He's in the show, and Dustin Jarrett is with our winner, Carson Ferguson.
Well, it's been a good swing for Carson Ferguson as he was 4th on Thursday at Tipton. He was 4th last night, and he's going to make it official. There's 1 pill left in the bag. Well, if he can get his hand out of the bag. And it's the one, and a big smile from Lincoln, North Carolina's Carson Ferguson. All right, Carson, you've been really good the last 2 nights. Is it you? Is it this team? Is it this new Hoosier tire? Is it a combination of things? Why has this team been really good on this swing here the last few days?
I don't know. It's a combination of everything. We got a lot of people behind the scenes working really hard, and the team's working really hard. You know, most of the time we felt good all year, just have no speed, but we got a different car out, and it seems to be working pretty good. So I got to thank Don and Gina Bradsher for the great opportunity. The boys, Scott, Kyle, Parker, Parker's been busting his butt today. And then our buddy Lucas is here with us. I got to give a shout out to all my friends and family at home, my girlfriend McKenna, and we'll see if we can get a little better for the future.
There you have it. Scott Fector turning the wrenches. Donald and Gina Bradshaw, the car owners. The driver, Carson Ferguson, will roll from the pole in the 17th running of the Slocum 50.
Well, great job down there, Dustin Jarrett. Congratulations, Carson Ferguson, as he mentioned, on the pole. And that Cornet-powered Longhorn. So that will do it for heats of racing for the Mars Championship Late Model Series, powered by FK Rod Ends. A good look at the tower here on the front straightaways. Say hello to everybody watching at home. Some of the suites, I should say, over there in turn 4, actually. So on flow, we'll keep it here as I believe the modifieds are going to be up first here tonight. 2 heats tonight for the modifieds. Heat. Sounds like they're just about ready to roll them here as we get set and ready. On the pole, going to be Scott Brow out of Brooklyn, Iowa, car number 26. Logan Anderson in car number 53 out of Eddyville, Iowa. And it'll be Michael Clays out of Knoxville, Illinois. So we get set and ready to go. They get ready to roll them onto the speedway. Andrew Hamburg out of Dixon, Illinois in 57. And Chris Zog out of New Liberty, Iowa. There they are, Scott Brown out of Brooklyn, Iowa in 26. Logan Anderson out of Eddyville, Iowa in 53. Michael Clays out of Knoxville, Iowa in 8C. 44X is Blaze Lewis out of Kewanee, Illinois. Home to Ray Bollinger, speaking of modifieds. Andrew Hamburg out of Dixon, Illinois in 57 in row 3. And Chris Zog in 9Z out of New Liberty, Iowa.